It was just 3 years ago in 2008 when the Mexican president sent his army into the city of Juarez to wage war against the drug cartels, and Juarez has been engulfed in violence ever since. In December of last year, the Associated Press reported that more than 3,000 people had been killed in Juarez, making it among the most dangerous places on earth. In the midst of all this violence, Casas por Cristo still continues its house-building ministry, begun in Juarez in 1993. On the outskirts of this city, many families live in extreme poverty. The Casas ministry is about bringing hope to families in need. It's about a God that loves His children so much that He sends strangers to build them a home with no strings attached. The world says, some now fear that Mexico is spinning out of control. CBS News, August 12, 2010. But God says the earth is the Lord's and everything in it, the world and all who live in it. Psalm 24:1. The world says the situation in the state of Chihuahua, specifically Ciudad Juarez, is of special concern. You should defer non-essential travel. U.S. Department of State, April 2011. But God says, if anyone has material possessions and sees his brother in need but has no pity on him, how can the love of God be in him? Dear children, let us not love with words or tongue, but with actions and in truth. 1 John 3:17 and 18. This is not about doing the right thing or being good. No one is good but the Lord. This is about refusing to sit still. This is about gaining ground, about putting on the full armor of God, about taking back what the enemy has stole from us. This is war. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Ephesians 6:12. Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and He will reward them for what they've done. Proverbs 19:17. In early May, a group of men from Abundant Life partnered with Casas por Cristo missionary Michael West to help build an orphanage in Anapra on the outskirts of Ciudad Juarez. God moved in mighty ways. The team was covered in prayer by the ALC family, friends, and was protected by God throughout the trip. The walls of the orphanage were raised, and a young woman gave her heart to the Lord. Most of all, God blessed His people, those who went, those in Mexico, and those who prayed and gave sacrificially. Thank you for your prayers and donations. We believe that God has more in store for Abundant Life and for Juarez, and if it's in His will, we will go back. There are many opportunities to get involved. The orphanage still needs a floor and roof, and if you'll help us raise the funds, we want to go back to finish the project. Please prayerfully consider what you can give, or whether God might be calling you to come with us to Juarez. No special skills are required, just a willing heart. 2 Corinthians 5:20 says, "We are therefore Christ's ambassadors, as though God were making His appeal through us." Will you join us